It's time for the Week 4 edition of the Sunday Showdown Sit-Down with me, Tom Gamble, organizer and creator, I guess comes before organizer, right, of the Skyline Chili Crosstown Showdown presented by Mercy Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and Meyer as we continue to celebrate the 25-year anniversary of what we believe is the nation's best high school football showcase. Now, obviously, we are already, it's hard to believe we're almost to the midway point of the season, but what we do with this podcast each and every week is we look back at the showdown game from the previous Friday night, and we look ahead to the week, which will include Skyline Chili pep rallies, 2 this week, and a big-time showdown game in northern Kentucky as we go south of the Ohio River. So we continued last Friday with our kind of classic neighborhood rivalries, communities that are neighboring, going against one another. It was the battle for the bell in Miami Township, and for the 6th consecutive year, Milford High School will keep it, defeating Loveland in that showdown game. And it was really kind of a special week for Milford as Eagles football coach Tom Grippa has a lot of significance in the showdown as he was in the very first one in 1998 when he coached Fairfield after he left Elder. It was Elder and Fairfield that year. Elder won 22-13. But Tom, who's been at Elder, at Fairfield, at LaSalle, and then now at Milford, is no stranger to the showdown. But he had experienced some heart issues and was told doctor's orders early on the first 2 weeks. He was only able to stay up in the press box. But he returned. He was cleared early last week, returned to the Eagles sideline. So, best of luck to Tom Grippa and the Eagles the remainder of the season as he works his way back. A very innovative coach and had a lot of success everywhere that he's been. So that was last Friday night. Great crowd, great atmosphere. Thanks to Aaron Zupka, the Milford athletic director, and they always put on a great show there, and last Friday night was no exception. Now we got a big week ahead. Of course, tomorrow it's Labor Day. We celebrate the holiday weekend, but we're back at it this week with a couple pep rallies. On Wednesday night, we'll be at the Landen Skyline Chili for Kings High School. We'll get to that momentarily. Kings off to another outstanding start. Thursday, we make our voyage up I-71 to Columbus, where we'll be on South High Street. Appropriate, right, after Ohio State knocked off Notre Dame on Saturday evening in a big marquee game up there in Columbus. So we'll be there for Hamilton Township. First time we've hosted a pep rally for Hamilton Township. So we'll do those on Wednesday and Thursday. And then Friday night, as I mentioned, we're in northern Kentucky where the Beechwood Tigers, winners of 26 consecutive games, back-to-back Class 2A state championships, maybe at any level with one of the best defenses in the Bluegrass State this year, welcome in Simon Kenton. The Pioneers off to a 2-1 start, lost on Saturday at Southeastern, but Simon Kenton loaded this season again under Roy Lucas Jr., who comes back to coach where he once was head coach years ago. So that'll be a kickoff at 7:30 right there at Edgar McNabb Field in Fort Mitchell. But let's get to the pep rallies first this week. And I mentioned Kings. They're off to a dominating start, 3-0 are the Knights, Alex Garvin, and they've won 18 straight regular season games. They, in fact, haven't lost since Week 10 of what would have been the 2019 regular season when they lost Week 10 to West Claremont. So Kings looking to make another run. They've been in 5 regional championships, and it looks like, and this isn't a pep rally for a showdown game. This week they actually get Loveland, but they will be in the Skyline Chili Crosstown Showdown a little later in what appears to be shaping up as the matchup for the ECC, the Eastern Cincinnati Conference Championship, when they face Winton Woods. They'll host Winton Woods on September 30th. And speaking of Winton Woods, I'd be remiss. We did a pep rally at the Forest Park Skyline. Stan Townsend and his crew did a great job, and Winton Woods came out in full force. Chad Murphy, who is a avid Skyline Chili fan, brought the band, cheerleaders, Warriors football team. So it's kind of a Winton Woods last week, Kings this week. That's Wednesday night. Join us. Kickoff is 6 o'clock at the Landen Skyline Chili. Kings football team will be there, cheerleaders. And I hear we might even get an appearance from Coney Man, the Skyline Chili mascot, on property. Now, 6 to 8 p.m. food sales, 20% go back to the Kings High School. They can choose where they want to put that money, but it's donated back 20%. So join us 6 o'clock. Again, the Landen Skyline Chili. Then, if you're in the greater Columbus area and you're a fan of Hamilton Township, come on out on Thursday night. We'll be at the South High Street Skyline Chili. Again, kickoff at 6. And we'll welcome, they host Logan Elm this week, a rivalry up there. They're 1-1. They did not play week 2, but they are 1-1. So we'll get the Hamilton Township fan base. The football team will be there. I believe the band, cheerleaders, so it should be a great turnout. And it's exciting. We've done pep rallies for Skyline Chili in greater Columbus, if you will, for the last 5+ years. And we go everywhere. We go to Northern Kentucky, greater Dayton, Southeast Indiana. Of course, the home of Skyline Chili right here in Cincinnati. But we love going up to Columbus, and that's where we'll be again Thursday night. 20% of those proceeds go back to Hamilton Township. Food sales 6 to 8. Kickoff for the pep rally is 6. And people are loving our trivia contest, where we typically will have a band member, a cheerleader, and a member of the football team square off. We have questions about the school, about the athletics department, about the football program naturally, and we even work in some Skyline Chili questions, and a lot of fun. And so if you haven't seen that, something for you to catch. And we've got another great Showdown game. First appearance in Northern Kentucky. We have 3 Northern Kentucky games on the 11-week, 15-game schedule this year in the Showdown. Simon Kenton travels to Fort Mitchell to take on Beechwood. Now let's talk Beechwood for a minute. They've won 26 straight games, back-to-back Kentucky Class 2A state championships with thrilling finals against Lexington Christian. Beechwood has won them both, and they look extremely, extremely ripe and ready to defend it again. And why wouldn't they? They are extremely talented, especially on defense. They've outscored the first 3 opponents 129-7. And their touchdown that they allowed was not against the first-team defense. Some I've heard say that Beechwood will give up fewer than 50 points this year during the regular season. Time will tell. They'll be tested by a pretty good Simon Kenton offense, but nonetheless, Beechwood, Mitchell Berger, receiver, now spending some time in the backfield. Antonio Robinson Jr., who is a big-time recruit, who is committed to Wake Forest University, who's a first-year player at Beechwood. Primarily recruited, I believe, as a 4-star cornerback. He's also getting some time on offense as well. So talented players up and down the Beechwood lines are really, really good. They'll be tested. Chase Crone, who's been a starter at Simon Kenton since he was a freshman and a 4th year. He's off to a really, really good start this year. So you'll get a little bit more about the matchup because Scott Springer of Cincinnati.com, Brady Labor from the Showdown media crew will be doing their game previews. They'll be doing kind of a team preview of each as well this week. So you want to be right here at X-Town Showdown, which is your place daily for updates and also all kinds of information and features, right? Like the Meyer Then and Now, like the Mercy Health Huddle, which will be on Mondays. We've got the Mercy Health matchup. So if you want anything and everything that is the Skyline Chili Crosstown Showdown, this is where to find it. Now, these two teams, this is not the first time they've met in the Showdown. They actually met back in 2012 as part of a packed doubleheader with high school football fans at Dixie Heights High School. And it was Dixie Heights Covcath in the in the first game. But it was this game. Simon Kenton won 21-17. So Beechwood is 7-3, however, won 4 straight in the Skyline Chili Crosstown Showdown. They'll try to make it 5 straight on Friday night when, again, they host Simon Kenton. So we're excited about that. Beechwood had one of the craziest games in Showdown history, too. They lost 40-34 to Mount Healthy. It was over at the Shakely Athletic Center back in 2014, which was kind of the lacrosse kind of practice, smaller stadium. It was packed with fans, and that was the year that David Montgomery, he of the Chicago Bears today, David Montgomery was the Mount Healthy quarterback, and it was a shootout between the two. Again, won by Mount Healthy 40-34, but nonetheless, we're expecting big things. Should be a fun night. Our Meyer crew, which comes out, the Meyer activation team, bringing the big red chair, were more appropriate than Beechwood. Last week, Milford, red as well. And they went from our game on Friday night up to Columbus to be part of the ESPN College Game Day, kind of around that on Saturday. So they'll be there at Beechwood as well. And we're looking forward to a big night right there in Fort Mitchell. So again, let's review the week. Wednesday night, Pep Rally, Landen Skyline Chili, kickoff 6 for Kings High School, winners of 18 games in a row. Thursday night, we're up in Columbus, Pep Rally for Hamilton Township High School at the South High Street location of Skyline Chili in Columbus. Kickoff there again 6. And then week 4 of the Skyline Chili Crosstown Showdown presented by Mercy Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and Meyer. Simon Kenton at Beechwood. Kickoff again 7:30 on Friday night. Any and all information right here at X-Town Showdown on Twitter, and also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and we'll keep you updated during the game. We have all sorts of features on game day as well. So there you have it, a busy week, albeit shortened with the extended holiday weekend, but we hope to see you at the Showdown on Friday night. And this has been another Sunday Showdown Sit-Down with me, Tom Gamble.